boys who are trying to get in the league starting team next week, you know, and that's the problem. You know, we had so much possession, it was unbelievable. Didn't do a great deal with it, to be honest. It was a lot of slow passing around the middle of the pitch in the middle third. You really want to quicken it up, but didn't really affect that. Well, I have to say, I've never seen so many crosses going into an opposition box. I mean, Stevie Murray must have put, I don't know, a dozen crosses in today.
But they were well organised at the back there, I would say. Your guys weren't attacking it.
They go and attack the ball. The one that Grant Anderson attacks for the goal was you know, he's earned that. He earned the right. He went and battled with the centre half and the goalkeeper to get the chance. But, you know, we put plenty of the ball in, but we expect players to go and attack the ball, you know, and try and... It should be more important for them to score goals than for the opposition to defend it, you know. And that didn't seem to be the case.
It was a great start, though. I mean,
off to a great start. Lost a shocking goal. I mean, I've no idea. You know, we get the goalie coming, punching a ball that should be catching. We have Grant Anderson
missed
completely fresh ear swipe at the ball, and the boy hits it into an empty net. It was a ridiculous goal to lose. And you know,
not only that, it was farcical because the guy shot it and
hit one of our players as well.
McLaughlin put a foot out, no caring about it, of course it was.
So, I mean, after us having a good start, and you can see their performance is lifted by that and ours goes down the way, you know. But even then, I think myself, I'm not
you went
worried.
3 at the back at half time, and I thought you started brilliant. I thought it was your best spell.
I mean, 10 minutes after the game started, I knew I was going 3-4-3 and I was going to make sure that we were going to have a right go at them. You know, there was changes made, you know, we were trying to be a wee bit more direct, trying to make sure we pressurised higher up the pitch. All looked as if it was going to plan, and then we give away another goal.
Absolutely.
And young Gary comes over here and tries to foul McAllister rather than just deal with the ball. And once McAllister got away,
he was wrong side to start there. That's what caused him to try and
just deal with the ball. Just deal with the problem was the part.
He went for the man instead of the ball.
Went for the man, then he tried to trip him as he went in the box, which was another mistake.
It was a sense of goal there, though, or lack of it. You know, again he was.
But fortunately, it was a catalogue of errors in each of the goals, you know, that could have been avoided, and that's the thing we have to eradicate right now, you know. So I left some players out today because my priority, I don't mind saying it, you know. I know I get can be ridiculed by supporters and by board members. It's what we do in the league this year. It's all about what we do in the league. So I was prepared to take a chance today, leave 2 or 3 of the more established players out, bring in 2 or 3 lads and say, there's your opportunity, go and prove to me you should be playing next week. And I think everybody would agree that it didn't happen. There were 2 or 3 of them let ourselves down badly. So, you know, I don't think there's going to be any Russia boys knocking on my door next Saturday to say, why am I not playing? Having said that, some not bad individual performances. We went 4 up front in the last 15-20 minutes of the game to try and make sure we affected a change and get back in it. Didn't quite happen for us. You know, Sterling coming on, got a bit more control in the middle of the park, passed the ball a bit better.
I'd like to have seen him running a little bit more though.
Well, there's every chance you'll see that next week, you know. So I mean, some boys, as I say, proved that they've got the ability and the temperament to go and play, and some unfortunately proved that their temperament was suspect today.
Some still learning, John. They're still learning, really.
Oh, absolutely.
They've just come into the team, you know.
It's a bit hard, you know, harsh to be too critical. I mean, I kept saying that, you know, this will be a better team, you know, next week and the weeks to go, because I thought they were a wee bit lost with the shape to start with as well. You know, I didn't think they...
No, that's the shape we've been playing, you know.
I know that, but it just looked as if they were...
dropping off, you know what I mean? I think what happens is that the shape that Brechin adopt is one that we could have identified and tried to nullify right from the start of the game, but I was more aware that, you know, we've been talking about playing a certain system, and I can't keep chopping and changing at the start of the game, so let's have it, let's play with wide players, let's make sure we get the ball out there. Unfortunately today I don't think they saw anywhere near enough of the ball early enough, and although we had loads of possession, especially in the second half, it was all slow, it was laborious, the build-up wasn't anywhere near quick enough.
Do you feel your back middle back 2 on the settled? You haven't even picked them yet yourself. No,
that's about it. You know, I've got 4 centre halves for 2 positions, and you know, 2 of them played last week, and you know, we made changes this week. It was all, they all knew. I mean, everybody knows the situation. It's not as if I'm keeping it from players. I'm not announcing the team at 1:30 to them without them knowing that. These are all pre-structured moves that we're making in order that we get it right. That the Peterhead game is essential for us. If we get it right at the back, we don't have these calamities, we don't have these individual errors. You know, I suppose the most successful boys didn't play today. The likes of Willie and you know, Jordan Smith sitting there, the Cheshire Cat grins on their face because I know they've not played and almost played themselves out of the team. You know, and that's a problem at times. You know, these games can give you more questions than they can answers. So, you know, it's a big week for us. You know, obviously we're trying to get Simon Lynch fit as well because we think he'll be a good player for us. We're trying to take a game on Tuesday. We're actively trying to get in opposition to come in and play us, but unfortunately, as it stands at the minute, we haven't managed to do that. So we'll continue to do that. I want to have every player available to me on Saturday, make the right selections, hopefully get the players up for the game and them, you know, realising the importance of it. You know, it's imperative that we got off to a good start. If we can beat Peterhead there, this game's forgotten about and we can look forward.
Did we meet the managers night? It went quite successful, John. Good turnout for a start-off.
Well, I was asked, one of the questions I was asked was, you know, would we continue even if things were going badly to try and adopt an attacking style, and I think it was proven today.
Yeah.
We finished the game 3-3-4, you know, which is a style that, you know, not many managers will employ, but I thought, what the hell, we're going to have a go at here.
But you said during the meeting as well, if we get beat, this is why we're getting beat,
that's right,
this is why we're losing goals.
I mean, we'll see how long the fans are willing to put up with that kind of thing, you know. It's great when it's coming off you, but I know as a coach that it can go the other way, and there can be a few high-scoring games here, and you don't want to be in the wrong end of them. So, you know, I'm trying to make sure that we've got some sort of balance about how we play and making sure that, yes, we're attractive to watch, and yes, we do create chances, but equally, we've got to have a tough centre, you know, we've got to be able to defend.
Is that all your strength is, though, John, is, you know, you've got Anderson, Wee Murray and stuff.
Well, it's strength here if they can get the ball. If they don't see the ball, it becomes just a waste of time exercise, you know.
I mean, Alec Williams in the day, he never get fed once.
No. You
never get fed once at all the whole game.
I wasn't really attached to any bluntly Alec, he was putting crumbs a day, to be perfectly honest.
There's two in the middle.
Kevin and Ross Clark started,
and they were so far back. I mean, I think you maybe told them to sit in because after what you said on Tuesday.
We played with kind of two defensive shields in there, although we have to try and get some pressure on the ball. You know?
Well, I gave them, you know, with the ball and.
Well, what happens? Barry Smith saw the ball, you know, the whole first half and dictated play for the middle of the park.
Yeah,
we
did.
didn't get pressure, and that's why I made the change at half time. Andy Stirling came on and played directly against him in an attempt to play off him. And the other three midfield players all picked up their players, you know. So we tried to make sure that we were pressurising as high as we could. Again, the two wide players pushed on. It worked until we made the fatal error, you know, and then ridiculous goals that we lost, you know. You know, as I say, but the first one was a killer for us because it allowed them back in the game, and allowed them to start, you know, playing a little bit of momentum and knocking the ball about in the middle of the pitch, and we didn't cope well with that, to be perfectly honest. But as I say, it's the nature of the goals that we lose, and that's why we've got to analyse and try and make sure that we're a little bit tougher. You know, physically, I thought even the second goal, young Gary gets turned by Davy McKenna. You can't have that. You know, I'm not expecting centre halves to lose physical dukes with lightweight strikers. You know, it was a no-no. So, I mean, you know, Gary, a couple of examples that we've given there, and maybe been a bit hard on him, especially because it's on camera and it's going to be aired to the public. But it's nothing that's not been said to him in there. And Gary knows, you know, that he's got to be stronger, as does the rest of them. You know, there were some poor performances today, so there's a lot of players that got to pull their socks up.
Peterhead next week, a lot of thinking to go.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, as I say, there's more questions than answers. If you win the game today, you think everything's great. We designed, well, the way it was designed today was to say, okay, there's a chance to go and perform. Show me you should be in the team next week. If it's done nothing, it's clarified the position that some of them won't be in the team next week. And also the fact, in my mind, you know, as I said at the question and answer thing, you know, I don't think I'm finished wheeling and dealing. You know, if I can strengthen, you know, albeit we have no money left in the budget, but if it means players going out and better players coming in, then I'll do that in a second. And today, you know, there were a few weaknesses, a wee bit vulnerable in certain areas of the park, and if I've got to change it, that's what I'll do.
Right, John. Right, thanks for speaking to us, John.
Cheers.
Lovely.
We early setback, just with the goal, but you know, I always feel that we've got enough quality there that can cause teams problems. It's important you're patient, but the good thing is we've plenty of time to get back into the game, and you know, the goals that we got were, you know, delighted with. Probably could have scored a couple more, but you know, just delighted to be in the next round. What was your thoughts about the early goal? Because it was a shocker to lose right at the start. I mean, to be fair, Callum, we would say to defenders, try and let the ball bounce, try and go and meet it, especially when it's coming in on the side that you're not comfortable with, you know, on his right hand side. And I think he was in two minds, and then he's, you know, maybe a weak header back. The goalie makes a good save, and Big Jerry's unlucky with an unbelievable block. You know, he's got studs right on his leg. He was fantastic today. But it was important that, you know, they didn't do anything silly, patient in the build up, and they got the goal fairly quickly after. And I think that seemed to relax to get back into the game.
I thought you were in total control. I mean, defence were well on top, midfield were dictating play, and the strikers were always going to cause a.
We know Rory can score goals out of anything. You know, his record last year was fantastic, and he looks as though he's carried that on this year. But you know, I think the important thing this week, we made a silly mistake last week that we lost our goalkeeper over, and we paid the price. You know, I said to the players, I'll be disappointed if we lose goals like that through the season, because we'll struggle if that's the case. But today I thought defensively, not just the back four and the goalkeeper, I thought who did terrific today, but the strikers do their job. I mean, you know, we asked the strikers to do a lot defensively as well, and the guys in the middle of the park. You know, the system we play, it's a shift for them, so I'm not delighted with the effort. You know, this is a competition that's important to clubs like ourselves, and we can look forward to the draw this week. We've obviously got Aberdeen in the memorial game for David Will, which is one that we're looking forward to, and the players can look forward to now with an excellent result.
You mentioned Rory McAllister there. I know you're kind of new to the job here, Jim. Are you happy that he stayed with the club, that there hasn't been more interest in him?
Delighted, absolutely delighted. I mean,
does that surprise you?
Every manager's looking for a goal scorer that somebody can get 20 goals a season. You know, he's just worth the weight in gold. And I know there'll be a few people knocking the door for Rory this year. He's got his faults. He's got things to learn, but you know, he knows how to find the back of the net. And you know, Brechin are delighted to have him, and he's not shown any desire to leave the club. He's very happy. He's happy with his training, and
he's surprised there hasn't been anybody at least making inquiries about him.
How do you know there's no?
Well, okay, I'll get your word for that, I guess. Is there?
I can't tell you that. But no, if there is somebody comes in for Rory McAllister, it's to the benefit of the player and the club. But you know, it's early in the season. Rory's quite happy here, and long may that continue.